Shalom, this is the fourth day of Sukkot. It is Sunday, October the 8th, day number 4. We're now in the midst of the feast. If you read in the scriptures, you'll actually find where Yahshua went up to the temple in the midst of the feast. I think it's John 6 or 7, and he taught in the temple. We were going to go to the ocean today. We're going to do a field trip because we're trying to do field trips when it's not a high Shabbat or a regular Sabbath. But we cleaned the church this morning, and then I had a lot of errands to do, and then the people that were going to go, they kind of, just because we've been through so many services and high Shabbats lately, we're almost kind of wiped out. So what we've decided to do instead is we're going to actually have a worship service here at Cornerstone, just with a few people that are here right now. We're going to do a worship service, and then we're going to watch Fiddler on the Roof. And also we're probably going to watch my 11 videos that I made about the covered bridges because some people want to watch it here at the church. So we're going to do that. We're going to do worship. And then tonight we're going to start the fire, and we're going to have a campfire study as we continue through the book of Revelation. And I think there's also a few others that might be joining us tonight as well. But anyway, I just wanted to make this update that, you know, this 8-day Feast of Sukkot, it is, again, it's commanded to be a festival of joy. And yesterday for the weekly Shabbat, I mean, the sermon and the service itself here at Cornerstone was amazing. Basically, several people in the body at this congregation were operating in the gifts of the Spirit. I mean, we had words of prophecy and words of discernment, and the praise and worship team themselves, I mean, they completely deviated off of their normal praise and worship script, and they just let the Spirit flow. And at one point, the worship leader, Ray Lynn, she sort of just let the congregation just start freely praising. It was really beautiful. And then the pastor, Pastor Rick, he gave this amazing sort of just cutting sermon, fire-breathed sermon about the gifts of the Spirit and, like, you know, what the proper role is, how it's to edify the body, and how these things are important. And that if we don't stir up the gifts of the Spirit in us that Paul talks about when he writes to the Corinthians, that we're actually grieving the Spirit when we're not obedient to that. So that was really good. And so we had that service, and then a lot of us stayed here until dusk, just, you know, spending time with Yah. And then because I have those 7 torches outside representing the 7 assemblies, and one of them literally got knocked over by the wind during the service yesterday, and it was the Laodicean. It burned a hole in my blanket. And so Yah showed me that Yah threw down the Laodicean spirit, which is good. It's a good thing, because the Philadelphia one still stayed up. But today I actually got a hammer and a metal or a stake so that I could drive it into the ground. So I actually create really deep holes that I can put the torches in. So now they're a lot more secure. I got them all lit again. And I'll show that more tonight when it's dark, because it's better able to show it in the evening. But yeah, so we're going to just start some praise and worship here in front of our sukkah. Let's see if I show it again. I think personally this is the most beautiful sukkah one of the most beautiful sukkahs I've ever seen. And I've been doing the Feast of Tabernacles for 16 years, and this one, I mean, look at that. It's like a little piece of Eden. My head's in the way. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to do some praise and worship here in the auditorium. And then we'll probably watch my 11 videos about the covered bridges, because like I said, there's some people in the congregation that want to watch that. Then we're going to watch Fiddler on the Roof. And then tonight, yeah, we're going to start a campfire service outside, and we're going to do the book of Revelation. So we'll save our field trips for tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. And then we'll do something local Wednesday, because Wednesday night, of course, starts the last High Shabbat, the last great day, the 8th day. So yeah, read John 6 or 7. I think it's John 7, where it actually talks about Yahshua going up to the temple and teaching right in the midst of the feast, which would be today, day 4. I mean, we're right in the middle of this 8-day feast, 7-day Feast of Sukkot, and then of course you have the last great day, the 8th day, the new beginning. All right, shalom, shalom, Yah bless. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. Website is www.spirit.com. www.spiritandtorah.com. And if you're in the area, the Salem area, you really should come. We're going to have services Wednesday night at 6, just as the High Shabbat is beginning at sunset that night. And then, of course, the regular weekly Shabbat service this upcoming Shabbat. So please come. I mean, Yah is really doing a mighty work here at Cornerstone. Shabbat shalom. Or no, not Shabbat shalom. Today's a work day. It's Sunday. Shalom, and happy 4th day of Sukkot. All right. Shalom.